Yo, what's up, guys? It's Venus here, back with another story time. How's everybody doing? Hopefully, everybody's doing good. But today's story time is about when I got expelled from school for accidentally bringing a knife. All right. So, this took place in eighth grade, like basically all the rest of my story times. And it wasn't just getting caught with the knife that got me expelled. Like, it was all the other stories I've told on here, like I brought weed to school, almost got caught with it. Freaking, I stole Twisted Teas and they called my school about it. Got to a fight on my second day at school, and a lot more. I told all those story times already, except for getting into a fight, but that'll definitely be a story time in the future. But that's besides the point. So, how this all started was because I used to ride the bus to school every day. Well, I still do, but so I used to ride the bus to school, and there was this dog, or so right by my bus stop, it was at like the top of my street, this bus stop, and there was a dog like chained up to the outside of this fence, like out on the outside of the yard on the street. And I used to walk by this dog every day, and I never really like tripped on him or worried about him, because like he was cool. Like I would walk by him and he wouldn't even get up off the ground. Like there was like probably the first week of me going to that bus stop, I didn't even realize that dog was there because he was always just laying there. But then one day he was standing up and I was like, "Oh, what the fuck? There's a dog there!" And I realized, and I thought about it. I was like, "Damn, that dog's been there this whole time without me even realizing." And I was like, "What the fuck? How did I not realize that dog was there?" Like if that motherfucker wanted to attack me, he could have, because I never realized for like 2 weeks probably. But this day, when this all started, I was walking by him, like, I was just walking down the road from my bus stop, and as soon as I got off the bus and crossed the street, because, like, my road was right across the street from the bus stop, and when I got right there, the dog jumped at me and started, like, barking and, like, trying to, like, biting at me, so I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And I, like, backed up, and then, like, I kind of ran down the road a little bit, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like, thank God that dog was chained up, because it would have bit me for sure if it wasn't chained up. But then the owner that lived there came outside and was like, "Yo, did he just bite you? Blah blah blah." And I was like, "No, he didn't bite me, but he tried though." And then the guy picked this dog up and like threw him over his fence into his yard. And I was like, "Damn, I felt a little bit bad for that dog." But so then after that, I walked down the road, went down to my uncle's house where I was living at the time. I got home, like, did a little bit of homework and stuff, smoked, and then I was, like, talking to my aunt, and I was, like, telling her what happened. She was like, "What the fuck, that one dog? Like, we've walked by him a million times. Like, he's always cool." And I was like, "Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking, too." So, like, I don't even know why, like, he did that. It was really weird, honestly. But then, after that, that same day, I was planning on walking over to my grandma's because she lived, like, right up the road, basically. But before I left to go walk up to my grandma's, because I had to walk up my road, and then like a few roads down. Since I had to walk up the road, I didn't know if that dog was going to be outside again. So I threw this little tiny knife that I had in my pocket. That way, like, if it tried to attack me or something, I would have something to defend myself with in case, like, it got me or something, Like, I would rather be safe than sorry. And there was a whole bunch of stray dogs up there anyway. So I didn't really walk around without some type of weapon just in case I got attacked by a dog. But so I went to my grandma's, hung out there, nothing eventful happened, just hung out with my grandma, and then went home, hung out with my uncle, talked to him, told him what happened and stuff, and he was like, "What the fuck?" And then like smoked a little bit, went to bed, and then chilled out for the rest of the night because I was sleeping, obviously. But then I woke up next morning, got ready for school, smoked, left to the bus stop, hopped on the bus, went to school wearing the same pants as the day before without even thinking about it. I didn't even think about having this knife in my pocket. Like, I didn't check my pockets in the morning like a retard. I always do now. But I can't believe this happened. Like, I feel so stupid about this still. But I got to school and I was in the bathroom, like, probably like the end of third or fourth period. And I hit this kid's vape and, like, we set off the vape detectors in the bathroom, and like I hit like a vape and like a cart in the on the passing period. I went in the bathroom and I smoked a little bit with my friends, and then started going to class. And then about 2 periods later, when I was in sixth period, this yard duty came in and was like, "Hey Zeus, we need to talk to you. Blah blah blah. Come here." And I was like, "All right." And he said, "Grab your stuff." So I said, "Okay." And this was after the thing with the weed. So I was like, "Fuck!" And they called me back up there to talk to me about this, even though it was like weeks later. That's still the first thing I was thinking. But So I went over there to grab my computer out of the charging cart because it's like a big cart. You stick your computer in and charge it. And that one girl I was talking about in the one story time, Haley, that girl that we both liked each other. When I walked over there, because I used to hit her puff all the time, so she knew like we both smoked, and she was like, "Yo, if you have anything, give it to me. I'll hold on to it for you. That way you don't get caught." And I was like, "Nah, I'm good. I don't have shit." So she was like, "All right." So then I grabbed my computer and all that, and then put it in my backpack. Walked up to the office with this dude, and I was like, "What do you guys take me to the office for?" And he was like, "I don't know. They didn't tell me." And I was just thinking like, "Bullshit. I know they fucking told him. Like what?" And then we got in the office, and they were like, "Hey." So we checked the cameras because the vape detectors went off, and you and these three other kids were in there, and we want to search you guys, make sure none of you guys are vaping or anything. And so I was like, okay, that's fine. And I reached into my pockets because she told me to like empty my pockets. So I reached into my pockets to like pull them out, show I didn't have nothing because I really believed I didn't have anything. But then when I reached in my pocket, I felt this fucking knife in my pocket, and my heart dropped to my ass. Like I was like, fuck, bro, like fuck, I'm caught. Like I'm fucked. They're gonna expel me. Like I have a knife at school, and I've already been in trouble two or three times this year. So I was like, fuck, I'm done. So then I grabbed it out of my pocket, but like when I did it, I like tucked it in the palm of my hand and like covered it with my fingers, and then used my index fingers and my thumb to like grab the bottom corners of my pocket and pull them out while trying to like hide this little tiny knife in my palm. But the yard duty, the one that brought me up there, was standing behind me, so he noticed something in my palm and like told me to empty out or like open my hand, and like the freaking school cop was like, he just drove over there from the high school because I was at the middle school and he stayed at the high school. So then he came over to the middle school. That way he could be there to search me because they know that like I've ran before. So he came over there, and I was about to run out of the office, but like I walked back a little bit and then I looked behind me and I saw him standing there, and I was like, fuck, bro, I can't even run. Like I'm fucked. So then I was like, shit, all right. So I just like put it down on the table, and I was like, I did not mean to bring this here. Like, it was an accident. I did not know I had this. I had it yesterday because I was walking through the avenues. That's what it was called, the avenues. And I was like, I was walking through the avenues. So, like, I had the knife in my pocket because you guys know there's all these stray dogs out there. Like, I didn't want to get attacked by a dog. But since I'd already been in a fight this year, I already ran out of the school with weed, whole bunch of stuff like that. They didn't believe me, and they were like, okay, well, you are probably going to get expelled for this. You're suspended for now. We're going to call your dad, have him come pick you up. And I was like, fuck, all right. And then my dad got there, and we all sat in the office, and they kept and they told him, like, this is his fourth time getting in trouble over something big. And I think we're going to expel him. So we're going to have an expulsion hearing, like, probably 2 weeks after this happened. They were saying we're having an expulsion hearing, and I was either gonna get sent to the alternative or it's like a high school, middle school. I was either gonna get sent to that alternative school, or I could go to this home school, which was an alternative school. And for some reason, my dad didn't want to send me to the actual like in person school. I think it's because he knew I'd get in more trouble, which I would have. But so he told him that, or like, so after we got to the expulsion hearing, they brought everything up, like me getting in trouble, me running out of school with weed, all this stuff. Even though I never really got caught for that, they were still throwing that out there, of course. And so I was like, fuck, all right. And then, yeah, I ended up getting expelled, and my dad didn't let me go to the uh, actual in-person alternative school. He made me do the homeschool, which really sucked, honestly, or not really, because then I was able to just chill at the house and smoke weed and cheat on all my work. So honestly, it was kind of cool. I got good grades that year because I was able to just cheat, which isn't good, because now that I'm back in real school living with my mom, it's fucking hard as fuck because I don't really know what to do, because I just cheated on everything last year, which sucks. But yeah, that's how I got expelled, and I have two more story times coming up. Hopefully, I'll be able to post one tomorrow and then the next day. I'll definitely be posting on Saturday and Sunday this weekend. Sorry I wasn't able to post for the last 2 days. My aunt was in town, so I was hanging out with her. I wasn't really trying to make videos. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys thought about this video. and catch you tomorrow, hopefully.